Subscribe to dragmotoxboss. It's very easy. You can always unsubscribe at any time. My goal is 1.25k subscribers and ever. If I hit 1.25k subscribers, I will release the quote-unquote real dang tutorial 3. So subscribe. Subscribe to Jake the Fox. He normally hardly gets any subscribers. I don't know if I covered this video yet, but I'm going to talk about it here right now anyways. If I did, then it's probably like long lost or something. No, I probably did not. But anyways, what the hell just happened to my truck? What? I like how I will just do a normal day-to-day activity, and then I'll get like a bunch of like synchronicities, or if I just do anything in general, I will still get a ton of synchronicities. Because at this point, do I normally keep my volume on for the truck? I don't know if I do, but it doesn't really matter. I'll just be normal. I literally just exist, and I will get a lot of synchronicities. It does not matter. Like, I'll get really strong ones. I'll get double synchronicities. Those are fun. I just won't even second think it anymore. It's just become so normal to me. Even though, it's not a thing of where it's like, oh, maybe I normally get this amount of synchronicities and I just haven't noticed before. No. I actually do get an increased and abnormal amount of synchronicities all the time.
I'm destroying them.
And then, when you're trying
oh my lord, there's so many gaps.
I'll sell you with a sword.
You know, in the last couple months, there has been some times where my synchronicity count has been like it has been like last year or something. But no, it's still abnormal, and it's still more than normal. But I've just accepted it at this point. I don't even think it means anything. I just think it's kind of funny how it's just become normal at this point, and I've just gotten so used to it. I didn't think I'd get so used to it. It's just, they're just there anymore. But anyways, so the main subject of this video is that we all grow and evolve as time moves on, even if we don't want to. It does not matter. Experiences change people, and everyone constantly goes through experiences. Even if you're doing hardly anything, that's still an experience, and you learn from that and you get better. People usually progress forward rather than backwards as time moves on. If you were to take me from January 2023, I was way different than me in June of 2023. You know, obviously I am smarter and I know more things. Don't tell me that I did not feel miserably like Jaron. Okay, we're fine. I've definitely learned a lot more, and I've become smarter. My content has been funnier. Francis and Company exists. Yes, almost mega fail. Mega fall. Look at all the trees up here. Holy crap. But we all constantly change. We all get different ideals, you know. 2 years ago, I probably felt and thought differently about certain things, and now I think and feel different from how I think and felt about the same things 2 years ago. I mean, when I finally actually managed to step into a relationship, I remember my perspective changing on some aspects of that. Like, you don't actually have to wait 4 months just to tell your the person you're dating about my channel. You can get away with 2 or 1, but definitely not right when you meet them. You know, I used to have this perspective like all girls you date are going to be like demanding and unfair, and you have to like deal with it or something. I mean, yes, I guess I get that there's like a lot of like moments females will have, I guess, but you know, you can't just sit there and let, you know, someone you're dating treat you like trash. You need to step up for yourself too. Over the past few months, my brain has been through like different perceptions and different concepts, and right now my brain's at a pretty good place. But you know, if I do a lot of excessive thinking, I can really damage my brain and make myself depressed. I literally have the power to do that if I tried hard enough. But I don't want to do that. I want to constantly try hard to strengthen my brain, stop myself from ever feeling that way, because, you don't want to feel that way. I feel like I feel like I very much could be I very much could be depressed. I very much, I feel like I'm like one of the people who will get depression. Well, is supposed to have it, I guess, but I kind of like stopped it from happening because I've constantly worked on myself, and I have a fan base to also help me out as well. I feel like not everyone has the ability to become depressed, if that makes sense, but I feel like I definitely do. It's pretty hard to explain, but in that case, I feel like most teenagers, at teenage level, have the ability to become depressed, and a lot of people just don't find a way to counter that and then just actually become depressed. Then there's people who, aren't depressed. I bet there's some people who don't have the ability to be depressed and anytime soon, and if they did have the ability, they wouldn't be able to stop it. Then, people who can't be depressed who can stop it, and then people who can be depressed who can stop it, which is probably me, but I really don't know. I'm just speculating at this point. And then people who can be depressed who can't stop it, or need professional help or something. But I feel like, maybe possibly I somehow helped myself out in an amateur therapist style. Like I served as my own therapist or something. I don't know. I feel that that's very much a possibility, and if I ever do get a possibility of becoming depressed, I'm able to somehow find a way to solve it on my own, because I'm just that interested in psychology, I guess, and I somehow crack the code because I'm kind of like talented in that field, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. That's probably what I'm going to study. I will make a video about me like thinking I'm probably going to try and study that in college and stuff. But I don't know, maybe I will actually become depressed, and then I'll be like, oh wait, no, I did not amateur psychologist therapist myself. It's just something else that I got confused by. It could very much be that, or I actually literally could I could have therapied myself. Now, there are some cases people will say they hear voices. I'm definitely not that extreme to the point of hearing voices. I don't know. Where did my TNT go? I thought I put it in the truck. Well, let's look for it. Yeah, it's for some reason right here. I swear to goodness, if I get stuck over here, that'd be terrible. But anyways, we got to talk more about the subject. Like, well, actually, let me finish saying what I'm saying. Like, there's some people with more severe cases. I'm definitely not a severe case, but I feel it. I very much could be put back into depression if I didn't fight it. Just a theory. I don't know. Don't be scared, all right? In fact, you should be thankful that you're my fan, because, just the JB dragmotoxboss community is a big help in towards of fighting my depression if I do have it or not. Well, I don't have it right now because I prevented it. Although, who knows, I could have never had it in the first place. I definitely will say I had it a couple of years ago, and then it kind of just naturally went away. Now, when I say that I am capable of having depression, it's not major depression, all right? And I feel like maybe if I did have major depression, I would need a therapist. Or maybe if I constantly let myself get into a bad mindset, I bet that there's a possibility that it could have developed into major depression. But as of right now, I feel like I don't have major depression. I am not close to having major depression. It would only be minor, and I guess just bad, unhealthy mindset styles, which is not that good. Update on the Roblox crashing. Since I restarted my PC, my Roblox has not crashed. Let's hope it stays this way. Now, to finish talking about the main subject, everyone changes. Everyone changes constantly, even if they don't think they do. Some people change slower than others, but it's inevitable. You know, if you live a life, then chances are it contributes to you changing. Everything will always change. You know, for example, let's say I keep doing the same thing over and over again. For example, Stream Up Season 2. Let's throw it out there. The longer I do Stream Up Season 2, the more I will change because, you know, Stream Up Season 2 will get different over time. All right? There's not a joke about... there's not a doubt. I meant to say doubt. There's not a doubt about that. The beginning of Stream Up Season 1 basically was, you know, felt a certain way. And then, you know, towards the end of Stream Up Season 1... different. You definitely change. Not by much. I mean, if you're doing the same thing and you're in the same time period and you're hanging out with the same people, then it won't change by much, but it will change. It will change. I definitely will say Stream Season 2 is a lot, well, not a lot better. Stream Season 2 is way different from Stream Season 1. Similar, but way different. It's just that, you know, I'm not working on my Mega Tower. It's a different year. I'm talking to so many more people. There's so many factors as to why Stream Season 2 is different from Stream Season 1. And even if I did everything the same, it will still not feel the same as Stream Season 1. You know, I think it was Dalai Bresser. I think he was the one to say, you will never think and feel the same again as you did in one time period. You know, I remember my mind and like the concepts I had in not concepts, but like how I thought and felt in October of 2022. It was some kind of like weird, like excited feeling of just being up late in the basement for 24 hours, stocking up on Boreal pumpkins. Obviously, it's different because, you know, Boreal pumpkins will not release again this year. They items tend to only be released 1 year and 1 year only. Sometimes items are accidentally released for 2 years in a row. Wink, wink. But it will still be different in October of 2023. My guess is that I can't explain how I think and feel. Whenever you think and feel, it's really hard to explain, so I can't really explain it on the camera. But what I'm saying is I have an idea of how Stock Up Season 2023 will feel in terms of experiences and how I think and feel. So it is very interesting. You know, I find it, you know, really fascinating how, you know, you will think and feel differently during different time periods. How if you listen to a song a lot, it'll remind you of a time period. You know, I know the song Circuitry FNF, the Raid Theory at Fan song, will definitely remind me of my trip in June of 2023 whenever I listen to that song, because I listen to that song constantly on the trip. Like, I'm playing back the song in my head, and it just reminds me of the cruise, the bus rides, the train rides, just the scenery, just being on vacation. Also, it is always good to keep a positive mindset. If you keep a positive mindset, that will help you shift towards a better direction when you advance in life, or when time passes by. You know, always look at the positives. I feel like that is, you know, also a big thing that'll help contribute towards, you know, fighting possible depression if you're, you know, somewhat close to depression, like I probably was this year and maybe last year, I don't know. But I do remember it being like that this year. Just mostly on the perspective of being insecure about me being single. You know, my brain was just mostly screwed up, you know, a while ago. Like, you know, having this mindset like, oh, you gotta be dating. But, you know, surprisingly enough, I'm pretty much on the opposite side of that mindset at this point. In fact, I feel like I don't even want to deal with a girlfriend for now. So yeah, good for me. I'm glad that my mindset has, you know, gotten better by that. But sometimes I think like love is like some kind of like thing that like goes on in your brain. Well, it's true. You feel love hormones when you're in love and stuff. But sometimes I feel like it's some kind of like trap, like some kind of curse. Obviously, I know it's completely healthy and natural to go through that. In fact, it could be a little dangerous if you are lonely in your entire life, which is actually kind of concerning. But yeah, sometimes I just think of it that way, and it's not bad to think of it that way. Love is very weird, and you know, even with a good mindset, even if I think about it too much, it starts getting weird. It's like, it starts getting really confusing. Love is really confusing, so I just tend not to think about it and just be like, well, I'm happy being single. I don't necessarily need one. You know, I need a girlfriend, at least for now, so I'm fine. And as long as I don't let, you know, like, you know, the fact that, you know, some people date all the time. Some people jump from relationship to relationship. You know, sometimes I used to let that get to me. Like, how are they able to jump into so many relationships and I'm sitting here being single? But at the same time, I've learned, you know, I've trained my brain over time, and I've changed to not thinking that way. And now I just think of it like, oh, some people get into a lot of relationships really quickly, and other people don't get into as many relationships, and there's not really any shame in either one, because sometimes people will put a lot of shame into some of them. Well, that if you date like too many people within a short time period, then that's where it gets shameful. All right. You know, I feel like there's also this perspective on dating that sometimes I get, like when I watch someone like a dating advice person's, you know, sometimes I'll watch them just to see what I can learn, and what they'll say and how they describe it, it just makes me feel like dating is like some kind of like game or something, and like the girl is like, it just I know girls aren't objects, and I don't believe that way. You know, girls are people. But like the way, the vibe I get whenever I watch these dating tutorial videos, it's as if girls are like objects or something. Like, you know, impress the girl, be in your best behavior. Like the girl is not a down to earth human like all of us, like some kind of like alien or something that doesn't understand basic human emotions or something like that. And you know, it's hard to describe, but you know, you just watch a dating tutorial video and you'll understand the feeling that I'm trying to describe here. No, females are just humans. And no, they're not gonna constantly treat you bad. You know, sometimes their hormones, you know, just anybody's hormones can get ahead of them. You know, you gotta understand that, you know, the person you're dating might be going through puberty or whatever, or hormones changes and stuff. Who knows? Now, I hope you're not too old dating someone too young. Don't do that. But, you know, and, you know, when they're acting out and acting this crazy, you know, don't let them take advantage of you. You know, draw the boundary lines somewhere.